the worst thing you can do to a machine is let it sit. They need to be exercised like people. You can't just lie in bed for 5 years because then you won't be able to walk. This is a kinetic sculpture called Big Wheel. To me, it's the interface between humans and machines is interesting too. You just know how to jiggle the key just right. You know how to shut the door just right. This metal wheel weighs 3 tons, even though it's spinning. So there's that moment, where you can bog the engine down at first and kill it, or so you have to. It takes a delicate sort of touch between the throttle and the clutch. You're feathering the clutch and giving it enough throttle so that you can get it going. Once it gets up to speed, even in first gear, all subsequent gear shifts are much easier. I think what's attractive about it is it's so elemental. It's just so simple, really. It's nothing but a big spinning wheel, and yet it has tremendous potential. I think it's really peaceful and contemplative and meditative when it's spinning. You can just sort of stare at it. But there's a part of your mind that knows, geez, if it ever got loose, if it popped out of a trestle at full speed, probably go right through that door, wouldn't it? Right up First Street all the way to the courthouse or something. So it has a duality, I think. It's both soothing and meditative, and yet there's no denying the potential of it. In fact, right at the end, when it's just barely moving, if you grab onto it, it'll just lift you right over the top, because your 200 pounds versus 3 tons in motion is nothing. For me, it's about this burst of energy that's absorbed by the sponge and then slowly depleted. So it's like you take that intense, rather short burst of acceleration and you put it into this big absorbing thing, which in this case is the flywheel, and then that small amount of time and that small amount of energy is then slowly bled out, and you get to see it happen. So I think that's why it works.